Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Very good day to you guys all out there, wherever you are, around the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, you are highly welcome to this special transfer update. Yes, don't go anywhere. Stay glued. In the next 7 minutes, I'll be out of this place. Quickly. A lot of news coming up on Victor Osimhen in the past 24 hours. I have not spoken about it because for me, I felt like the source coming from Africa, Nigeria, PSquare, Mr. P for that matter. Not that I do not respect him, not that I do not rate him, but I felt like I needed a concrete response or report. All this while that Mikel Obi has been speaking about Victor Osimhen, we do not hear anything about PSquare being part of the deal or being part of the people that have been talking to Victor Osimhen. The past 24 hours, PSquare, Mr. P for that matter, has made several statements on X. On X. And ladies and gentlemen, for me personally, I am like, why should this be a news? He's a football fan. He's a Chelsea fan. But is it true? But, he kept making statement the whole of today. More than 4 or 5 statements coming up from Mr. P. Guys, I'm sorry to say this. I am a Ghanaian. Mr. P of PSquare, he's a legend in terms of music. But I didn't know him to be, in the football world, he has a heart for Chelsea that much. Indeed, if what he's saying is true, then Chelsea fans will still have a hope of getting Victor Osimhen. The comment, the statement coming from Mr. P, if indeed it's true, then Chelsea fans will still have hope in the coming days or weeks for Victor Osimhen. The only challenge there is that it might take us throughout the season, the summer transfer window. Maybe it might drag on until the end of the transfer window. Yes, likely to drag on until the end of the transfer window. If what Mr. P of PSquare is saying is true, right now, I cannot guarantee that. Because he's not known to be a football, person to me. But he kept insisting. Last season, last summer, last transfer window, he has been talking to, Victor Osimhen alongside Mikel Obi. And they had, conference calls with the ownership, with the Chelsea squad, a whole lot. Why I'm saying this, look at this. As far as I'm concerned, Victor Osimhen is what Chelsea needs next season. And any bit of news that looks like encouraging, I'll go for it. And that is why I took my time. The news came out the last 24, 48 hours. But right now, I'm trying to put it before you. I'm not too sure what you think. But the reality of the matter is that if what Mr. PSquare is saying, then we still have a hope of landing Victor Osimhen. After all, the only opposition we have right now is the Saudis. No other club in Europe is interested right now on Victor Osimhen. No single club in Europe is showing interest. Based on his demands, United, there's no anyhow. And Mr. PSquare even posted Victor Osimhen's picture when he was still a young boy. Ladies and gentlemen, this young man, Victor Osimhen, has got the qualities with this setup that we need. He is the man to go. Todd Bowley, wherever he is right now. Egbali, wherever you are right now, you have to put everything aside we don't need, for me, we don't need a center back. We don't need it. For me, with Jackson on this side, we don't even need a left back. I mean, a left winger. What we need right now, ladies and gentlemen, is a player that can put the ball at the back of the net. A striker, number 9, that can put the ball in the net. And I see that only in Victor Osimhen. If what Mr. PSquare, PFA is saying right now is true, then guys, we still have a hope. Osimhen just won his second league title. The first one was again with Napoli. Now, with Galatasaray. With Galatasaray, his second league title. And he scored massive goals. You know, guys, can we get this job done? I witnessed Victor Osimhen lifting his second league title. And I'm like, whoa, this is the striker Chelsea needs. With Galatasaray. The highest goal scorer. And created the same momentum like with Napoli. Like with Napoli. There is a kind of or caliber of player that you sign in your club that even shirt sales goes high. Momentum around a club goes high. You know, fan base gets rejuvenated. Such a caliber of player is Victor Osimhen. You see, this is why sometimes I get angry when I see my Nigerian friends. My brother Chris, because of one of this comment. You see, my brother Chris kept saying that he would just want to see Jackson leave Chelsea. The truth of the matter is that most of you guys out there, so long as the player is not a Nigerian, you don't like him. It's not good. No. So long as the player is not a Nigerian, Chris, if you can tell me what you don't like about Jackson, Chris Williams, tell me what you don't like about Jackson. I would like to know. The only thing I can say is that he doesn't convert all his goals, which many strikers at his age they do. Looking at where he's coming from, Delap is not better than Jackson in any way. Ekitike is not better than Jackson in any way. Remember, Jackson does not play penalties. Jackson is not given opportunity to score up to play penalties. Delap, Ekitike, they all have the opportunity to play penalties. Add their penalty goal scoring to their main league goal scoring. We talk about direct goal scoring as a figure number 9, not about penalties. Even Victor Osimhen plays penalties. But most of you guys, because he's not a Nigerian, and that is why I am always angry with this issue. Trust me, I don't care who you are. If you want to unsubscribe from this channel, fine. But let the truth be told. We are football lovers. We must talk about the truth on this channel. We will not lead anybody astray. We will not lie to anyone on this channel. To be honest to yourself. You will realize that if the lab is scoring 15 goals per season and Jackson scored 10, which is not even so. The lab score penalties in addition. Jackson, Nicolas Jackson, we have penalty goal scorers. So what is it? Mr. P of PSquare fame has said that he's been in touch. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to run up. Mr. PSquare says his dream team from my childhood has been Chelsea. I'm so loving this football banter today. That's what Mr. P has said. His dream team, Victor Osimhen's dream team from childhood, was this Chelsea club. Is it that something is still being cooked that we don't know about? I'm hoping so. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the reason why I came your way. Quickly, I'm about to run out. Ipswich Town Chairman Mark Ashton on Delap's release clause, £30 million, that many have said and thought that £30 million for Delap is too cheap. Why was it 30 million? This is what Ipswich Chairman Mark Ashton had to say. He said, let's be really clear. When you are signing players from a Premier League football club as a newly promoted Premier League football club, young or old, they are very nervous. They are very nervous about being stuck in Championship club, because the statistics shows that newly promoted clubs often go straight back. Going back to relegation. So the contracts are always heavily negotiated. The reality is that when there is a high-profile player who is wanted by several clubs, you get presented with a term sheet. And that term sheet, if you don't oblige, that means that high-profile player is likely to go back into Division 1. Into the Championship. The reality is that there is a high-profile player who is wanted by several clubs. You get presented with a term sheet. Those are the terms for the clubs, and those are the terms for the player. You are told, if you want to talk to the player and give your pitch to sign him, you have to agree to those terms. If you don't, then there are six or other clubs will agree. We speak to other clubs, we know the market, so we know that not lies. So we know that not lies. Dear friends, what he's trying to say is that when they were negotiating with Delap before they put a release clause, they were not in a good position. They were not in a right standing because there were several clubs. Remember, Ipswich was then going into the relegation zone. Other clubs are ready because they saw the value. Delap was there with Man City. Delap being with Man City, there were other clubs in the Premier League that were interested. So Ipswich had no upper hand over those clubs. So they will have to vary their release clause. And that is what they did. Ladies and gentlemen, I am running it up. It's Champions League night. Finally, Champions League night. Inter Milan, PSG. Guys, who are your expected winners? Where are you supporting? For me, Inter is carrying the day. Inter Milan is carrying the day. And I would bet on 2-1 Inter Milan. I'll see you guys in the next one when you see me. Shalom and